Yes, hello friends, welcome to BISP Solutions. Myself Ashwin, and BISP Solutions is a tech company provide technological solutions across the world. Now this is our day 28 and today we are going to see a new topic, or we are going to discuss on some very important topic. Here the topic is like participants create their own documentation. Now see, when the business analyst communicates with the client and then he has to prepare like BRD and like FRD, all these things, but there is one more responsibility from the participants, or we can say the technical team or the functional team. Suppose if I give any task to my team member or the team subordinate, now what happens, since the developer is always involved or always thinking about the coding part, right? And mostly the developers, they are not interested in documentation part mostly, right? Because their task is to just whatever the module is given, just write down the code and just submit it into the GitHub or any other repository, and then that's fine. So now it is the responsibility of every team member that he should be able to prepare a document of whatever the task is given to him. Let me give you one example. For example, like suppose the requirement comes like we have to integrate NetSuite with the Python application. Now one of our technical team, I assigned this task to one of my technical team person, and he has done it within next 2 or 3 days. But how did he do it? Now only he knows, right? The technical person knows that how did he do this task. Now he should be able to write down the complete process in the documentation, so that in future if any error comes, or if his task is given to any other developer, then he can go through that document and then he can do the same thing, or he can apply whatever the process he has followed. So it will reduce the dependency on any developer or any programmer, right? So the idea is clear to you now, why every person should be good enough to at least document their own task, right? So in most of the cases what happens, suppose I give you scenario of my past my past companies. So there I used to work as a team leader. Now as a team leader I used to prepare all the requirement documents, all these things. But when it comes on like a technical task, right? So at that time I was leading the team. So one of my technical person, he has written some code to connect it to applications and all these things, right? But he did not documented all those process. Now in future later on, that person switched the company and another next person comes on his place. So now he did not have any idea that exactly what that person has done. So that is why every participant, here participant means our team members, every team member should be able to write down at least the documentation of whatever he has done. So what you need to do, you have to make him think like a business analyst. Since the business analyst role and the writing the code, or the coder's role, code writing, both are two different things, right? If you combine both, if you give the same both task to one person, he can either concentrate on coding, or he can either concentrate on functionalities or leading the team. Both the things parallelly going on, it's a little complex. So you have to make the developers or the team members efficient enough so that they can write down their documentation of their task, whatever they have done. So first of all, you have to make them think like a BA, business analyst, right? So let's see our today's first slide, that is introduction, purpose of mock project. Okay, so this is just a test project, right? Now suppose objective, apply real world business analyst documentation in a safe guided scenario. This is our objective, like apply real world business analyst documentation in a safe. Now first of all, you have to help participants understand how to think like a BA, business analyst, structure requirement logically. Structure requirement logically, that means whatever the client has given to you, you have to first structure them. Which structure them means which process comes after which process, what process goes after what. So that is called complete requirement structure. We have to arrange them in logically. Then create essential BA deliverables. Okay, whatever we are delivering them. Then learning outcomes, gain confidence on confidence with BRD, FRD, use cases, UAT, all these things. These all are the documentation, right? So you have to gain the confidence, right, that okay, this is BRD, this is FRD, this is the use cases. So similarly, on the basis of that, suppose if I give any task of like connecting two applications, two Python applications, so again he has to think like the business analysis, that how the first step will be taken. Okay, because connecting two applications with help of API is not an easy task, right? So you have to work on it. So first of all, instead of writing directly code, you have to first prepare a document, the flow chart and the document, and then the step by step process, complete process, and then that document is that requirement is called like well documented. Okay, so far we have just understood that exactly every person, right, every person of the team member, every person in the team, he should be able to write the documentation. Our main target is to explain them, right, there, to make them ready. Now see, explain the mock scenario, problem statement. For example, I have gathered all my team members and then I spoke to them. Okay, use case scenario, a company wants to automate leave request using an internal web portal, okay, or ERP like NetSuite. Employees should be able to apply for leave, managers should be able to approve, reject, and HR should track leave balances. So all these things, like it's a complete module in itself. Now first of all, you have to identify exactly what's going on. Now see, a company wants to automate leave requests using an internal web portal. So first of all, the leave request submission, right? These are the key process areas. Now leave request submission, first point. Second point is approval workflow. Look at this. Employee should look at this. A company wants to automate leave request using internal web portal. Employee should be able to apply for leave. Manager should be able to approve or reject. So approval workflow is required. Now third point, leave balance reporting. Now see, once the leave request is submitted, this is the very first task. Then the second task is approval workflow. Then the third is leave balance reporting. That means in the front of business analyst. And the notifications. Okay, leave balance reporting, how many leaves are remaining. Then Just 1 second. Okay, now after that notification, that means whenever the person submit for leave application, right? So he should be so a notification should be sent to everyone. Okay, now let's see this slide. First of all, as a business analyst, right, or as a team lead, first of all you have to assign the task to participants, right? You have to assign the task to participant. Now break the participants into pair or small groups. Okay, now break the participants into pairs or small group, right? Each group will act as a business analyst. Okay, then act as a business analyst, each group will, and then prepare the following 4 to 5 documents. Now see, again one thing, it depends on the project that how many types of documents that you prepare. Okay, now you will see here, prepare the 4 to 5 documents. One is the business requirement document, another is functional requirement document, third is use cases or user story, and then UAT test case. UAT test case, and then the optional, that is process flow or field mapping. Okay, so now these are the steps, right? Steps involved in it. So first of all you have to assign the task. Now assign the task means, for example, I have the team of 4 developers. Now the requirement comes for any of our candidate or team member. So first of all I will check that, okay, who will be going to do that. After that I assign the task to him, right? So in this way the client will come to know exactly what's how the things are going on, and also our employees will become more so our team will become more expert in documentation, right? Now let's come here. Now see, provide instructions and templates. Okay, now provide instructions and templates. The reason is that, see, when the very first time your team is a small team, in that case the things so many things are there that at that time they were not required, but now today every BRD, for every activity, one documentation is needed. So BRD must include problem statement, stakeholders, business goals, scope, and the requirement. Now here, while writing the BRD, every requirement should have one ID. Okay, so the reason is that, for example, if I am communicating with the client, right, now whatever he gives me the requirement, I will just put like BR001, BR002, right? So in this way you have to just put the serial number, the scope, whatever the in and out, and then the business goal and the stakeholder, right? So all these things are required in a BRD. Now FRD must include. Now there are two things again, BRD and FRD. Now BRD means business requirement document. Okay, now FRD must include what FRD must include. So now FRD must include that functional logic field list, right? Functional logic, exactly how the functioning will go on. That is the main purpose of functional requirement document, like exactly how your functioning will move on. Then you will see here the field list, whatever the fields are going to modify or update, or whichever fields are involved in it. Then approval workflow logic. Yes, approval workflow logic will also be there. The reason is that approval workflow logic is not written in BRD, right? Only in scope, out scope. How do we do it? That comes in the FRD, like how it will take place, right? How the functional functional will take place. So functional logic, here it is written functional logic. So whatever the functional logic is there, we have to introduce. Okay, then field list. Field list means suppose in any field, or we can say any like a module, whatever the fields are there, you have to get the field list also. Then approval workflow logic. For example, I have created a workflow, and suppose the workflow is to be approved from by some like sales rep, or we can say the purchase rep. In that case, it will save your time, right? So this is how the functional requirement module, functional requirement document is created, FRD. Now if you see here, use case example. Now use case, it's a technical term. Use case means any activity, any single activity. Right? So the use case example, use case means a very simple any activity, like applying for leave, or we can say the leave take just delete the leave, or we can say just revoke the leave, right? So these are some use cases. Exactly what are the use cases, and then how do we do it? Okay, action, submit leave request. Okay, manager receive here. And manager receives request, take action, that's fine. Okay, so UAT examples. Now see here, step 1 and step 2. Step 1, apply for 2, whatever is done in the UAT now, right? You have done the, you have taken this use case, and you have written the logic whatever you want, and now you have released it. Now it comes to the user acceptance testing, or after that it will come into the QA department. Okay, now let's see this. For example, apply for 2-day leave, action. The expected result is request created. Then you will see manager's approval. Then you will see status either approve or 1. Okay, now see, apply for 2-day leave, that is a request created, and manager approves, suppose. So in that case, status will be approved. Okay, so guys, suppose use case example. Use case means any activity, right? Now look at this first. Now 10 minutes working session. Now let participants start working on documents. Yes, because you have given the participants a like simple task. Now let participants start working on documents, right? Now let participants start working on documents. So first of all, this is called helping the employees to become capable enough in writing the document, right? Okay, so here is 10 minutes working session. So encourage, first of all, walk around or join breakout rooms, right? So first of all, let's see this. Let participants start working on documents first. Okay, let's participant go to the any project, right? So now see here, first of all, let participants start working on documents, and then the trainer should walk around, right, or join breakout rooms, and then after that answer and questions, right? Answer and questions, and after that finally encourage BA thinking. And how will this be used? Who is the actor? So business analyst must, so the encourage BA thinking, right? How will this be used? And after that you will see here, now see sample sharing and discussion. See, first of all, whenever we ask the developer that okay, put down your all queries and notes in these documents, and then you can start working. So in this way, ask one or two participant group to present her BRD or use cases. Okay, so now you will see here how will this be used and who is the actor. So these are the two statements that makes a person into system analyst, sorry, business analyst. Right, so this is how the pillow works. Sorry, this is how the project works, right? This is how the project works. Now let's see here. Now sample sharing and discussion. Sample sharing and discussion means, for example, I have a team, and suppose if I am having any sample of like FRD, BRD or TRD, anything, so definitely I will share that sample, right, with my team. Right, so in this way you will see business analyst role, every person or every team member should be able to document whatever the task is given to him. That is our main target. So ask one or two participants to present their BRD or use cases, right? Ask one or two participants to present their BRD. Okay, now whatever the give feedback, that is the requirement clear? Yes. Does it have any measurable outcomes? No. Okay, so whatever the feedback is like, is the requirement clear? Does it have measurable, or sorry, does it have measurable outcomes? Are assumptions documented? Right, so these are the points and these are the activities that a business analyst has to do. with his technical team. Okay, now let's come to the summary point. Now you will see here the summary point. Now in this summary, whatever we have learned within the last half an hour. Okay, now if you see in the summary part, okay, so now summary is BA skills are just best learned for doing, right? And after that you will see here BA skills are the best learned by doing. See, BA skill, business analyst, it is not just like there is no any like a crash course for business analyst. Whatever you are having, that is sufficient, and you have to apply that skill on in a project. Okay, so BA skills are best learned by doing. Practicing documented documents helps connect the theory to application. So practicing documents help communication theory to application. So here you will see the participants' documents. Yes, now you will see here use templates for real project, okay, and in NetSuite, Python or CRM tools, right? And this mock session build confidence, clarity and capabilities. Okay guys, now let's have a quick recap first. So our main objective is to make our team members capable enough in writing their own documents, right? Okay, no problem. Now see here, introduction. Now objective is apply real world okay. Now see here, introduction to purpose of mock project. First of all, we will provide them the mock project, and after that what we will do, we will just ask him to think like a business analyst, right? Since we have to just follow the standard process, right? Now here you will see, explain the mock scenario, problem statement, whatever the problem statement is, key whole areas, right? Now key process areas. Now see, use case scenarios that you know. Use case scenario means any activities, right? Pick any activity and then you can name it as use case scenario. Then key process areas, leave request, submission, approval, workflow or leave balance reporting, right? So this is how the complete process is there. Now let's see this here again. Now here you will see assign task to participant, and then also encourage them to write the documentation whatever a task is given to you. Okay, now prepare the following 4 or 5 documents: business, BRD, FRD. Okay, so UAT, use case, and then optional optional is process flow or field mapping. Now here you will see like provide instructions, right? Now BRD must includes like problem statements, and after that stakeholders, and then you will see BRD must includes like problem statements, right, stakeholders, and similarly in FRD. Now if you see here, look at this: BRD, FRD, user case, and a UAT case, test case, and then optional process flow or field mapping. Okay, now you will see here, okay, so assign the task to the participants. It's another one time consuming task, okay, because when you will assign the task, definitely nobody will accept that. You have to define the task, and you have to help them, okay. Okay, so now the process of how to build like BRD, and also how to help the candidates, okay, or help the employees of the client so that they can work on it. And after that you will see BRD must includes like problem statements, stakeholders, business goals, scope, requirements, right? So the FRD module, FRD includes functional logic, right? So functional logic is there, field list will be there, so you have to be very good in like our team members have to be very good in HR deployment, okay, HR application deployment. Now you will see here participants can create their own documentation. Okay, so participants create their own document. So use case, this is the use case. Use case means every activity that we are going to perform, that is called use case. And after that you will see yes, now you will see here use case sample. I am showing you the sample also. See, whatever requirement is written in the BRD, and if you feel that okay, this is the unique thing, it can be sold, so just put a code in that, so that from your we have to put every activity in BRD, breakout rooms, right? Then you will see here the answers and questions. Then encourage now encourage the BA thinking, okay. Okay, now let's come to our next slide. Sample sharing, right? So sample sharing you can share, right? You can create another copy of like whatever in which the shares are written, and then you he just gave him, okay. So sample sharing and discussion. Sample sharing means we have created something and just given you the sample, right? Here is written. Okay, now sample sharing and discussion. Sample sharing means just whatever you have created, that you have to create in a like standard way. You have to create it into the standard way. So give so ask forth to 1 to 2 minutes or the groups to present their BRD and right? So ask one or two participants. Then you will see here give feedback, right? Give feedback. Is the requirement cleared, right? So give the feedback. Is the requirement clear? So does it have measurable outcomes? And then are assumptions documented? So everything needs to be done. And finally you will see here what are the like lessons that we have completed. So guys, these are the summaries, and in this complete session we have just discussed that how you can make the employee capable enough in writing the script also. Okay, so guys, this was our day 28 session. Okay, and tomorrow we will see some any other topic. Okay, and those who have joined my session today only. Okay, so guys, today we will stop here, and tomorrow we will see any other topic, right? And till then you practice it, and if you face any difficulty you can write down into the comment box, right? Okay guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for attending the webinar. Thank you.